So QB draft focus. We just started talking about it. Let's get into it, man. Is that who should the Steelers target? Chase Daniels is talking about if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers at 21, you have to take a quarterback. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Chase Daniels, I don't agree with that.
No.
I don't agree with that at all, Big G. I mean, why do you have to reach for a quarterback if they're not, for instance, if top guys are not available?
Yeah.
Why are we reaching? We've done that. We reached for a guy, and he wasn't even on our team in year 3. There's no reason to be reaching for quarterback, especially with all the needs that the Steelers have.
Chase Daniel is just jealous because the Steelers didn't draft him, bro. That's all that's about. He's thinking that we thirsty all like that. No. Well, listen, there's certain players that we just don't have to automatically take. Listen, to me, in my opinion, after the first 2 or 3, the drop-off, they're all the same. So if we have a position of need that we can fill at 21 or be able to trade back from 21 and fill it, then okay, we can get a guy in the 4th, maybe the 5th, and they're all the same. To me, all those guys are the same, bro. They're the same quarterback.
Absolutely. Here's a good question by Luke Cage. This is hypothetically, if Rodgers signs and Shedeur drops to us, do you redshirt him since you signed Mason for 2 years? I think if Rodgers signs, first of all, we talked about it. It doesn't eliminate the fact that the Steelers can still take a quarterback wherever they take a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But if Sanders were to fall to us at 21, that doesn't mean he has to start right away. And I think that's kind of the misconception that a lot of us have is that, okay, we draft the guy, he's got to play immediately. Well, no, he doesn't have to play immediately. You got a guy like Aaron Rodgers, just let him sit back and watch how Aaron Rodgers performs as a professional, how he practices, how he gets his body ready, how he studies film. There's something to learning how to do that from a future Hall of Famer. And look, we can say all the things we want about Aaron Rodgers, but the guy's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's a 4-time MVP in this league, and it isn't for nothing. So he's accomplished a lot in the National Football League. He knows how to be a professional. Whether we like his quirks and all that other stuff, we don't have to like that. But on the field, when he's playing, or at least when he was playing, he was really good. Hopefully he can rekindle some of that magic with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Big G.
Listen, bro. Look how the Atlanta Falcons, in a lot of ways, benefited last year with starting Kirk Cousins. They paid all that bread for him, and they still went and drafted Michael Penix. To me, Shedeur is very similar to Michael Penix. He might even just be a little bit more athletic because Penix has been beat up. He's had injuries. But once Penix saw how the NFL game worked, and they said, okay, we're going to make the switch and put the guy in, it benefited the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons might be the team to beat. They're going to give Tampa Bay a run for the money in their division. Absolutely. Because they benefited by getting a rookie, letting him sit behind a wily old veteran that knows some stuff. So, yeah, it might be considered a red shirt year, especially if Rodgers stays healthy. But we know that he's sitting in the room sucking up everything he needs to suck up like a sponge to get ready to play for the next season. So, yeah, I'm with it. Take them both.
Absolutely. Arch Baby Doll has a good question here because Arch Baby Doll has come to Steelers Almighty Big G to learn about football, to learn what certain terms and things mean. And I can appreciate that whole hum. She asked, what does red shirt mean? Well, basically, Arch Baby Doll, what red shirt means is it's a term from college. Like when a guy goes to college, and most of the time it's a freshman, and they're not ready to play. They would do what's called a red shirt, where they don't lose a year of eligibility. They get to practice. Heck, now in college football, they can play up to 4 games, but they still get to keep that eligibility of being a freshman or whatever grade they happen to be in. Like if a guy's a junior and he gets hurt and they weren't going to redshirt him, that can happen. So that's what redshirting means. It basically means that, and that's what it was initially for, is for guys that got hurt. And then you put on a red jersey at practice. That's why it's called that. But that's what redshirting means. It means that that they're not going to play this year. Now, in the NFL, it's different because they're not really sitting out, because if they got called to play, they'd go play.
Facts.
So essentially, if you've got 2 quarterbacks ahead of you, we call it a redshirt year because they're just sitting back and learning. So I appreciate the question because it's a great question. Great question.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's what it is. I love that you're trying to learn all this stuff. I really do appreciate that and glad we can help out. Really glad we can help out, man. But so let's go through some of these quarterbacks, man, as far as who the Steelers should be looking for. Let's start off again. We didn't put we got Cam Ward on here. We'll start with him. The creative playmaker, kind of a boom or bust type of potential. I don't think there's any chance, Big G, that he's going to be around.
There's not a shot in hell. There's not a shot in hell. Cam Ward's going one to the Titans. Over. We can move quickly. Go to the next guy.
Yes, absolutely. Then we got Will Howard. Now, Will Howard, everybody's talking about in the 4th round. I don't think going in the 3rd round. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the Go Bucks nonsense. Anybody in the 4th round, I mean, that's fine. I wouldn't take him before the 4th round, but I like Will Howard. He's a prototypical size.
Facts.
But he doesn't have a cannon like somebody tried to compare him to, said he was Josh Allen.
No.
He's got the size of Josh Allen, but he doesn't have the athleticism and he doesn't have the arm of Josh Allen, Big G.
That's facts. Hey, John Gruden made that boy look like $1 million. I watched that stuff. I was like, damn, I didn't know. Damn. He was really all like, and he's my quarterback.
Right.
But hear me on this. With a 6'4", 237-pound athletic quarterback in the 4th round, could you actually get him ready to become an NFL starter? Absolutely. Yeah. Now, he doesn't have – listen, nobody in the NFL has Josh Allen's arm. So any of y'all out there that wants, okay, we got to get a guy like Josh Allen. They don't exist. That dude has a super cannon, right? But to bring him in, look at what he was throwing to at Ohio State with Jeremiah Smith and Emeka Egbuka. That sounded a whole lot dang on DK Metcalf and George Pickens to me. So could we get him together and have performance and be ready to play next season from a developmental standpoint? Absolutely. So I don't think that's a wasted pick in the 4th round or the 5th round for a quarterback, bro.
Right. Yeah. That's the whole thing. I agree with you wholeheartedly. You can get a 4th round pick ready to play football, man. You absolutely do that. Now, here's somebody that's kind of fallen by the wayside. He started to pick up a little bit of steam lately, but Quinn Ewers, I'm out on Quinn Ewers. I don't think Quinn Ewers is going to be in the National Football League for very long. I just don't. I don't think he has the mindset to be a backup quarterback, and I don't think he has the skill set to be a starting quarterback. We've seen those guys. They get drafted, and then there's lots of guys. Look, everybody can't make it in the NFL. There's a reason why the average, life expectancy in the league is 3 years. Facts. I think Quinn Ewers is just one of those people. It's nothing personal. I just don't think he's an NFL quarterback. I don't see it.
So to be fair, man, I mean, really to be honest, because I knew he had an abdomen, I don't know, it was a tear or a strain, or there was something going on with him this last season for the Texas Longhorns. And he had an ankle injury that was later on found out to be a lot worse off than what it was. So in fairness, bro, I went back and watched film on him in 2 years. I saw a quarterback that digressed versus a quarterback that improved. And he never should have done that, especially with a kid that we think is the next coming of Jesus and Arch Manning sitting behind him, and you're holding on to that job. He should have gotten better, and he didn't. He did not. His play didn't get better on the field from his junior year to his senior year. So I'm out. Anytime I see a guy start digressing on the collegiate level, that tells me that they've already hit their ceiling. They're not going to get any better than that. And so maybe, like you said, a redshirt year, he sits behind a guy 2-3 years in the NFL, gets an opportunity to start, maybe. But nah, bro. Not for me. Right. Not my bread.
No. I see somebody talking about Joe Milton in the chat, and I'm like, I just –
yeah, look, I don't get it.
That everybody loves that Joe Milton can throw a football out of the stadium. But again, I always come back to this. Joe Milton can literally not throw a 5-yard slant accurate. He just can't do it. So it's impossible for him to do. So We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Alonzo Dunn with the super chat. Again, thank you, Mr. Dunn, for supporting us. Ewers and Carson Beck will be doing soap operas in 2 years.
That's facts. I'm with him with that. That's facts. They're going to be on TV. They're gonna be on TV, or they're gonna be like a dang on Chase Daniel. Be like a Chase Daniel, like, come on, bro. No, get him out of here, bro.
Oh
Get him out of here.
man.
Yeah, that's facts, bro.
Now that's funny. That is fun. Alonzo Dunn, he comes in and has something funny every show, and this is the one this time. That is hilarious.
Hey, I'm with it. Go with the win.
In 2 years.
Or all my children, is that still on?
Get to the super chat, something popped up here. Moderator is saying something. 4 minutes to get Big B that drink. What are we talking? Wait a minute. Why do I have to drink something? I didn't know that I had to drink anything. What's going on, Big G? What is this?
Listen,
did y'all come up with something behind my back? What is going on here?
Listen, production dude, you Yenzi, you chill out over there. I got to be able to get through a whole show with B. B take 2 or 3 shots, he might go sideways quick. So I'm not having, especially with that dang on. You got 2 liquors sitting over there, bro. You got 2 sitting over there.
Hold on, people. Hold on. Jay's Upper Teeth has a super chat here. And he said he got a bottle of Boone's Farm and an egg sandwich.
Oh my
First
God.
of all, I don't know who this is. I don't know anything about him. But if he's got a wife, he has a wife, she has a husband, they don't like them very much. I can tell you're drinking Boone's. First of all, I got some Boone's Farm, okay?
Facts.
I tried to get Thunderbird, and they didn't have no damn Thunderbird, so I had to get me some Strawberry Hill. Okay, I got some Boone's Farm as well, but damn it, Boone's Farm and an egg sandwich? What are we doing, people? Big pun. This is you again.
Yes,
this is you again, contaminating people. What are we doing out here, Big G? With these alcoholics, and they got stomach problems because now you're building that in with an egg sandwich.
Hey, man.
Who's drinking that and then eating an egg sandwich? I never heard of that. What are we doing at Steelers Almighty, Big G?
They alcoholics. I already done told you that they alcoholics. I tried to clarify that last week, a week before. That's alcoholic tendency and alcoholic behavior. You're going to get an egg sandwich to try to keep it all down and stop from, come on, stop that, bro. With some Boone's Farm, which is an alcoholic drink. Boy, you got problems here. And look, Jay Upper Teeth just got some teeth up top. So you got to eat an egg sandwich because it's soft and it's mushy. So that's why he take them teeth out and it's mushy, but he drinking Boone's Farm. Lord have mercy. Boy, it's problems, man.
Yeah, because at this age, you're drinking Boone's Farm. I mean, that's just rotting your teeth out. I mean, it's blowing your liver up, rotting your teeth out. What is going on? Again, big pun, I blame him. It's all his fault. We got a super chat from our man, Mr. Leonard Dodd. He said, I'm a Vols fan, but Milton is not it. NFL arm, but no IQ whatsoever and no accuracy at all. That's my thing. I don't even go to the IQ because I don't know. I haven't done enough film. I just know that he can't throw a 5-yard slant accurately. That's all I know. I know he lost 2 jobs in college because he wasn't accurate throwing the football, and that was in college. So if you're not accurate in college, what are you going to do, in the National Football League? That's my only thing.
Sit on the bench. Listen, where my sign at? He going to be over there. Listen, Joe Milton going to be over there sitting on the bench behind Dak Prescott for the whole season. He ain't going to play a down unless Dak gets hurt. So he's a career backup. He doesn't really serve the purpose that we need to do as a Pittsburgh Steelers organization.
Absolutely.
They're just infatuated with his arm. Get that mess out of here. That's not an NFL quarterback, bro.
Look, man, let's see. The chat has gone off the rails, by the way, Big G. I don't know if you noted the chat literally has gone off the rails. It is crashing out big time. We got people talking about, I got some moonshine. Come and get some moonshine. It's absolutely unbelievable what the chat is going through. They're talking about, Mark Tobin said that Big G's got Keystone Light in the fridge. That you over there, you got some Keystone Light. First of all, Keystone Light was like drinking just water in college. I mean, you had to drink 1,000 of them to even get a little bit of a buzz. But because you could buy a 30-pack for $4, that's what you bought in college. I mean, and then, Leonard Dodd, look, I love you and all. He's a member. Look, we're from the South. Just need a little grape jelly on that egg sandwich. See, it's going off the rails.
They alcoholics, man.
People. I don't understand. It's going off the rails. Lord have
I
mercy.
they
I
alcoholics,
don't
bro.
know
I
what to
already
do.
told you. Listen, when people show you who they are and they tell you who they are, believe them. Our chat audience that we rock with, y'all some alcoholics.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at you. I get it. I get
No,
it.
no, no.
Y'all on crash out mode. You sitting at home at television when the Steelers is playing. You're breaking TV sets, running over, putting them behind your truck, backing up over the top of them, talking about you wish you could go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and do some strange things to the locker room. And that's because that's that alcohol. It's that liquor talking. I get it. They might be sauced up right now, B. They might be sauced right now.
They might be, man. They just might be.
Mm.
So awareness and accountability. We appreciate you supporting the chat. He joined up last week with us. We appreciate you coming back in with the super chat. He said we should pass up QB this year and draft Nico from Tennessee. Focus on the trenches, O and D line. No QB is worth the reach this year.
That's facts.
I agree. I don't think they're necessarily worth the risk.
Mm.
I need Nico to do a lot more. I know
Facts.
that. I need Nico to do a lot more than what I saw, because while he was okay the first half of the season, he wasn't great the second half of the season. I need to see a lot more from him this year, a lot more. Plus, I just don't like that offense. That Tennessee offense is not pro offense, Big G. All the receivers are always outside the numbers. I don't like that. I don't like that. And running nothing but verticals.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing? So
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
We saw what happened to Nico in Columbus, Ohio, bro.
Yeah.
You saw right away Nico wasn't ready because that's the NFL right there in Columbus, Ohio. You know, but B, I'm sidebarring, but I'm telling y'all right now, and maybe I'm predicting something way out. If the Steelers are going to target a dude later on in the draft for next year in the first round, Lenore Sellers, man. But that's just, I'm throwing the name out there. I'm telling y'all he's the truth. I'm telling y'all I've seen it already. Lenore, he's got to continue to develop. But get off, if you're gonna be in SEC, go get Lenore Sellers, man. That kid is the truth, bro.
I mean, you love your South Carolina players. I
It's
gotta see more.
dogs.
I gotta see more.
Man,
Gotta
B,
see
I'm
more.
telling you. I'm telling you.
Leonard Dodd said, I blame Aaron Rodgers for the chat crashing out tonight. I mean, yeah, you can say that. You can say that. I think we had enough super chats that I have to take a drink here. I think that's what I'm.
Oh, Lord. We ain't gonna make it.
I'm not going, especially with this jerk and jerk. My liver's not ready for that.
We
My
ain't gonna
liver's
make
not
it.
ready for this. What are y'all trying to do to me, man? But I'm gonna do it.
Oh, B.
Oh,
God. Hey, man.
So
I got you, bro.
Somebody need to get the paddles. My heart won't stop. I need y'all to pump me back into resuscitation. Lord have mercy.
Took it to the dome straight too, bro.
The
dome straight.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's all I can do. Don't ask no more, chat. I'm not doing it. Capricorn Steel supporting the channel with big super chat like he always does, man. We love you and appreciate you. Steelers Almighty is like a family picnic. Love it. Steelers need to get the trenches help on D and not reach at 21. I wholeheartedly agree. There is no reason to be reaching at 21. No reason. Build the trenches, man. Build the damn trenches.
Yeah.
So
that's how you win.
I don't think there's any reason for the Steelers to go and reach for anybody. And again, I said it. I've said it all along. I've said it for the last couple of weeks, Big G, and I know you agree. I'm not opposed to the Steelers taking an offensive lineman at 21 if the D tackles that we want are not available. If they're not available, I'm not opposed to saying, you know what? The D tackles we want are gone. We can get some other ones later. I'm getting to me the best offensive lineman that's available right now. I'm not opposed to it, Big G. I'm just not opposed to that.
B, how long I've been talking to you in the private chat about Booker? How long I've been telling you about Booker, man?
You have.
I'm like, hey, man, you got to watch the film on this dude, bro. He's the real deal. And I listen, let Josh Simmons mess around and drop to 21. You want to stop be worrying about Broderick Jones? Let Josh Simmons be sitting there at 21 and them D tackles is gone. Go get him. Yeah. Go get him, bro. What are we doing? Go get him. We ain't got to worry about all of that no more.
That's exactly my point, is that people always add, well, we've taken offensive linemen. Like last year, we took 3 offensive linemen. Okay. I go, in the year before, we took 1 in the first round. Okay. I go, you continue to take offensive linemen until you get it right. There was a question probably about 2 months ago that asked, when do you stop investing in the offensive line? And my answer was real easy. Never. You
Facts.
never stop investing in it. Not ever. Do you
Facts.
stop investing in it.
Mhm.
So I tell
You
you
gotta
one
have
thing though, I blame Big Pun. My entire chest is burning right now, Big G. My whole chest cavity is just burning up. And that E and J is saying, yeah, we're not going to the liver, Big B. We're just gonna sit here for a while. This is
big.
your fault, Big Pun. This is you. I blame you for all of this. Big G, Lord have mercy.
One shot maximum, bro. We got to make it through the show,
Yeah, I
bro.
can't do no more.
I'm telling you, we got to make it.
Oh,
And you better not switch up and hit the other one, because boy,
oh.
you hit, it's over. If you mix Boone's Farm with Easy Jesus,
No,
we in
I can't
trouble.
do that.
We in
I got a
trouble.
life to live. I still got a life to live, man. I can't be mixing Boone's Farm with E and J. My
Yeah,
God.
we're in big trouble. That go down, bro. Big trouble. So yeah, please, one shot. That's it.
One
That's it.
shot.
No more.
That's all I
That's
got.
it.
That's all I
Yep.
got, man. Leonard Dye with another super chat here says, ask Philly when they stop drafting, when they gonna stop drafting in the trenches. Never.
That's
You
big
don't.
facts.
You
That's
don't.
big
You don't
facts.
stop drafting. You just don't. You just continue to draft and draft and draft and draft, because sooner or later those guys get older. Then maybe some of you don't hit on everybody,
Yeah.
so you just keep investing. You just until you get it right. And then
Big.
even then you draft backups. You just keep going and keep going. It's just what you have to do if you want to have a successful team. Now, if you don't, well, we're good. We don't need an offensive lineman. But you do. The Steelers need offensive linemen, man.
B, let me ask you this question.
What's up, brother?
Would you be mad if you took Josh Simmons and then moved Broderick to guard? And now you got Josh Simmons, Broderick, Zach Frazier, McCormick, and Fautano? That's young puppies right there. I'm with that young puppies. I wouldn't be mad at that, bro.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad at all. There's a lot of people that said Troy Fautanu can move to guard. I like Fautanu at tackle. I know he could probably play guard, but I like Fautanu at right tackle. Matter of fact, I love him at right tackle.
Yeah.
So